Sharif claims his downfall is a conspiracy by the Pakistani military.
बिजली का बिल बिजली बनकर गरीब पर गिर रहा है। बाजवा साहब, जवाब आपको देना होगा। दवाई ना मिलने से मेरे पाकिस्तान का गरीब मर रहा है। बाजवा साहब, जवाब आपको देना होगा। गरीब की रोटी 10 रुपए की हो गई है। बाजवा साहब, जवाब आपको देना होगा। और जनरल फैज, ये सब कुछ आपके हाथों से हुआ है। जवाब भी आपको देना होगा। आपने नवाज शरीफ को बागी कहना है, जरूर कहिए। गद्दार कहना है, जरूर कहिए। इश्तिहारी कहना है, जरूर कहिए। हाई जैकर कहना है, जरूर कहिए। लेकिन नवाज शरीफ अपने गरीब और मजलूम आवाज की आवाज बनता रहेगा।
We contacted Priti Patel MP, the Home Office Minister, to ask her why Nawaz Sharif, who had overstayed his British visitor visa by 2 years, had not been extradited from Britain. Priti Patel had been eager to deport asylum seekers during her time at the Home Office, yet she took no action against Nawaz Sharif. Priti Patel MP in the Home Office did not agree to an interview. We also contacted the National Crime Agency. We wanted to find out why there had been no meaningful investigation into Nawaz Sharif's assets. The NCA did not agree to speak to us. Nawaz Sharif is not the only member of the Sharif family who has made London his home.
London is the second home of House of Sharif. Hassan Nawaz is here, Hussain Nawaz is here, Hussein's children, Zikriya and another son is here, right? Hassan's children are here, Nawaz Sharif is here. And then if you look at Ali Dar, who is the son-in-law of Nawaz Sharif, Asma Nawaz Sharif, who is the youngest daughter of Nawaz Sharif, she's here. Ishaq Dar is here. Then Shehbaz Sharif family is here as well. Sulaiman Shehbaz is here. Ali Imran, who is actually the son-in-law of Shehbaz Sharif, who also lives in this country. Shehbaz Sharif's daughter, Rabia Imran, is also in this country. And she is actually on a run and wanted in Pakistan. Ali Imran is wanted in Pakistan. Ishaq Dar is wanted in Pakistan. All these people are wanted in Pakistan.
Sitting in Pakistan, in a third world country, you look at it as to why most of the people who are wanted by the courts in Pakistan, by the law in Pakistan, they find a refuge in London, UK. It doesn't make sense to me.
London is the destination of choice for politically exposed persons and their family members who have accumulated vast fortunes beyond their known sources of income. These fortunes are frequently laundered or transferred offshore to or through British dependent jurisdictions, where their origin and ownership are obscured and money can be reinvested into the global economy. Capital flight is a major concern for developing countries.
We know that there is a huge capital flight, and it's not just specific to our time period. It has been historical. It directly impacts the economy because you see the issue is that if our currency is not doing well, and we have a serious issue of sustaining the value of Pakistani rupee, that has a correlation with capital flight.
The Financial Action Task Force, or FATF, an intergovernmental money laundering and terrorist financing watchdog headquartered in Paris, had put Pakistan on its grey list of jurisdictions.
Our financial systems have been made more accessible. We have sharing of information with almost everyone. We are pursuing many money laundering cases as far as we can pursue, because of course the missing element still is the cooperation from the other jurisdictions. That is not forthcoming. And sometimes we wonder that we are in grey list, but the money that has been taken from here is in countries which are not in the grey list. So that is something that, sometimes is like, okay, so why are we in the grey list then?
We approached the FATF for an interview. The FATF declined to speak to us. We would have liked to ask the FATF how it was possible for the UK, Switzerland and Luxembourg, among others, to be considered clean when these countries are known to be major money laundering centres, through whose economies billions of dollars of illicit money are reinvested every year.
The money is stolen here and it is hidden in the developed countries, in the developed world. If that is happening, it's not just the fault of Pakistani system that the money is able to go out. What I question is the double standards. So for example, if you ask on one side from countries like Pakistan to have more checks and be more open, we expect in return the same from other countries when we are investigating someone. We will write a mutual legal assistance request to, let's say, Switzerland, and we will say that we have information that Mr. A has a bank account in Switzerland in such and such bank. We don't know the branch, we don't know the account number, but he's definitely in the system and his identity, date of birth, everything is shared, and we will seek information. And maybe 1 year or 2 years after, we will receive certain questions from saying, can you identify the branch name, or can you give us the account number? Whereas we have said in our first request, we don't have those. When Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf government came into power, we formed an informal arrangement with the UK authorities called Justice and Accountability Initiative, and NCA also set up a small anti-corruption unit within NCA, which was to assist in Pakistan on its request.
The Home Office and the NCA, the UK's national crime agency, are responsible for dealing with mutual legal assistance requests by foreign states. Pakistan filed numerous MLA requests in relation to the Sharif family's assets in London.
The requests on Sharif families are taking a lot of time. It's taking way too long to take some simple actions like, for example, freezing of assets or investigating the assets or the activities in the UK when people are, facing charges or convicted of serious crime in Pakistan. Pakistan did its part. We did our investigation, we did our inquiry, but has there been any investigation on British side? We don't know. What about the Mayfair flats? What about the whole property portfolio of Hassan Nawaz that has come in Panama Papers? The impression that goes to people is that everyone who commits such crimes or who is involved in corruption ends up in London, living in Mayfair flats.
The main issues for developing countries are Western countries. Unfortunately, here in the UK and other Western countries, we can be very good at pointing the finger elsewhere and saying, hey, look at all that corruption over there. But the reality is we are facilitating that corruption. We are complicit in the laundering of public funds because we have a ready-made system ready to go where corrupt individuals can hide, can spend, can clean their money.
London and its role in the offshore world is that it's a money launderer's paradise. It's a money launderer's paradise or haven. It's a place where if you want to stash illicitly earned wealth, you can do so anonymously, and you can do so with relatively few checks and balances.